Welcome to the 16th Annual Northern Trust Economic Trends Breakfast. I'm Dan Meyer, publisher of BizTimes Milwaukee and BizTimes.com. The U.S. economy is headed for uncharted territory. How will the Trump presidency shape the economy? What policy changes lie ahead? How will they impact the global, national, and state economies?
Northern Trust's expectation is that the economic backdrop, along with the potential pro-growth reforms in the U.S., will support economic growth and risk-taking in 2017. The new Trump administration is already challenging conventional protocol in both domestic and international politics. While we think the economic risk associated with new policies in areas such as trade is relatively low, we categorize the broader geopolitical risk around this new approach to U.S. politics as something to watch very closely.
I am just not sold that Donald Trump is equipped to be the leader of the most important country in the world. He may be a great business person that ran a great real estate company and drove hard bargains with people. And I don't say this because I'm partisan, and I want this to go well, but I will tell you right now, I am very worried. You know, a year ago, it seemed like the economy was going off the rails, and I was confident. And today, it seems like the economy's going through the roof, and I have a hard time telling you I'm confident.
Top 3 workforce trends. Number 1, culture has moved into the first place as the most important thing that is impacting the way people decide where to work, how to work, whether to stay. People work for 2 reasons: emotional compensation and financial compensation. Number 2 trend, companies as institutions of learning. As I said, they come into the workforce grown-ass people at 20 years old with their values set. You know, how are we going to continue to develop when we don't have the skill set match that we need? And then the number 3 top trend, the continued growth of the gig economy.
The theme, the country with the best technology wins, really speaks to manufacturing, and it speaks to exploiting technology for manufacturing, not exploiting a low-cost labor force. When people talk about, you'll hear on the news or the media, people say, well, in 10 years, robots are going to be doing all our jobs in manufacturing. I can tell you with absolute certainty that is not going to happen. Right now in the United States, the robot adoption rate is roughly 160 robots per 10,000 workers. The Robotic Industry Association, RIA, is projecting that to double by 2025. Double meaning we get to 300 robots per 10,000 workers in manufacturing. So, good news, there's a huge demand for folks in manufacturing.
And if you look at healthcare and that $3.2 trillion spend, this is not, sort of relative to an administration. This is not relative to a political party. This is a trend that's been developing for a long time. It's going to take a long time to correct. And it is just not helpful to approach it with sort of inflammatory rhetoric and political partisanship, because it's really the kind of thing that's going to take all of us. Unless we want America to turn into a big insurance company with an army, we really have a lot of work to do on healthcare, just as taxpayers for sure, but also in areas we can control. Remember, 2/3 of $3.2 trillion coming out of our consumer pockets and our business pockets. We do have the power to change this as business leaders. We all have to own it, and we all have to act.
A program like this is made possible with the support of our sponsors. Our partner and title sponsor since the inception of this event is Northern Trust, and our major sponsor is Davis & Kilthau. Our supporting sponsors include Bridgewood Advisors, the Bartolotta Catering Company and Events, and Tech. So on behalf of BizTimes Media and our partners, thank you all for coming. Have a great day and a prosperous 2017.